Hello, mateys. Um, Happy to see me again, and I miss it for February the March to 2019 day. So welcome back to for the film day. So today's Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019 today. So last 24 hours ago, they all worked together for Monday Night Raw for the great opportunity is Ronda Rousey, Raw Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, the Queen, SmackDown Women's Championship, and Becky Lynch was fighting also against the Riot Squad, who was they're getting about the opportunity for the greatest talent show for the ruin the three women's life. They're just brawling all hell broken loose to each other to even though those security guardians ran outside for the arena on the ring side, but including metropolitan police officers in Washington D.C. and those three are been arrested from about 3 hours ago. Um, they're just have to brawling. They just have to continue to the brawl around. And those three women just out of the control. They have to stop to get the cool down and they'll get the booking for Washington D.C. on Metropolitan Police Department, um, including the Las Vegas, Nevada, and Metropolitan Police Department. But sometimes Rhonda has out of the jail. She has to cool off until about few days later for the save it for the Sunday. And Becky was sent away to from Atlanta for the second times, and Charlotte was still sent of an opportunity for another the police department. Um, she decided to they were just freaking out, just having about Beth and Natty just really freaking out for the where's Wanda at. She is at her locker room, and she was took out while she is arrested for that was at the end of the Raws of the WWE universe. But she wasn't a no for he kind of about the great attitude for the save us for the Sunday on the main event Wrestlemania double championship match on the women's Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the man Becky Lynch, the Queen Charlotte Flair, and that's where Michael Cole, Renee Young, Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Byron Saxton says the believable would have to be applied for that could have to about one of those things issues to the greatest women's battle warrior for this year for the third WrestleMania 35th, and Charlotte was out from jail. She was mentioned that for the booking. Um, what I just looked for Ronda's booking for Washington D.C. She's out of from jail, and she wasn't not guilty. And Becky was sent away to from Washington D.C. to Atlanta, but they were been unsustainable. Um, Before I don't know about that, those skylines just have a dog kicking in the car window, just as private opportunity. Are those we have to issues to the futures at all times. So because we know where we have to the supposed to be, so we have the how to the action to be, and use I've usually that we know that sort of such as to the better that the whole times of the day, and so we know that there's where end of a Kurt Angle just ambushing for the from acting general manager Barry Corbin, the Angle lock. He was 20 years ago. It's been about 20 years of the wrestling, and he said goodbye for farewell match to WrestleMania to fight against Barry Corbin. Um, and those we decide it's seemingly for the anybody seeing something about it, any people, 70,000 people in the MetLife Stadium. Elias just standing behind in the MetLife Stadium, like football game, and it must be could just like in the NFL Network. So at that studio, that brought you and the Batroc Network, NBA, MLB, and the director of UFC, the Ultimate Fighter Championship, and this is we working. This is we working on for the new contract today, and the guys and girls have to sign in for the contract today, and most includes next Extreme Talent, SmackDown Live, Raw, from ECW, when WCW was disbanding, discontinue any most of you that those for once more again. Um, even though now for the even though live for the ladies and gentlemen here for just bought the tickets to take a seat of those superstars and divas wanted the greatest opportunity for Star Spangled Banner for any time for the national anthem, the full time songs. So what the go says, what could go along. Um, so it does matter now to those who we have 14 results at WrestleMania 35th. Much like we learned about even that though all those people just have to watch you over to the ring size. Um, for now, here's my chance to you. It's one of the chances for you guys. So although we just look at about the Bella twins was sad about from ringside to retire from career. So Natty was sad. Ronda was temporarily sad. So says, "Thank you, the Bella twins, and we must look at the successfully." That says to the two twins. So that says, "Thank you so much for the coming in from 12 years later. We love you. We guide you. Be strong as many as you can. We love you, and we love it before retirement. Those weeks and the opportunity here. Um, we must remember that for 9 years ago, about 3 years ago, for after the WrestleMania, they're going back for work. Then going back for the ambassadors. Um, sometimes we works the future. Those will be future for WrestleMania 35th today. So sometimes we wanted to know for thanking for opportunity for thanking for those guys and girls have lost in a many of time. I must have many of you about time. Um, if you if you have the problem there to with the progress of the rematches after WrestleMania, and so next week would be in about so 2 weeks would be about Superstar Shakeup would be Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown Live will be about movie to Raw, moving from Raw to SmackDown, moving from SmackDown to Raw, which is drafted from NXT to Raw or SmackDown, and this could be brand split, could not be over yet, but if you could, Becky Lynch was temporarily half of the double championship Raw SmackDown championship, or maybe Charlotte Flair has it about Raw SmackDown championship, or maybe Rowdy Ronda Rousey. She was the hero for the former UFC Honor the Fighter as the former bantamweight championship, and She has the double championship for Raw SmackDown championship. She has the women's to the tag team titles. So still has it about Sasha Banks and Bailey. She's we don't know the Divas of Doom would be fighting very hard for would be against Samoan Slaughterhouse, the Iconics, the Bossa Hugger Connection. But if you could, whatever you're gonna do, guys. So tell me things what we do to my future is watching over to about USA the World WWE Network on kickoff today on 3 p.m. Do not forget hit the button to subscribe to my contest. Please likes on WWE Network on Raw and SmackDown, including 205 Live, NXT, NXT UK, and NXT takeovers every much to the Friday and Saturday and day, and every Sunday pay-per-views today. And we love you guys. Feel free to do not forget to subscribe on RondaRousey.com today. I watch it over to I subscribe for Rowdy Ronda Rousey on YouTube. She has the first time for about Hall of Fame. She met Dana White today for UFC President of the United States as a fighter. She's a great she has a great respect that those people want of an opportunity. Ronda, um, take the great train, fight hard on WrestleMania in the main event on double championship match, guys. Please, go for the Ronda fans. Yay! Do not forget, keep it rich, mateys. Glad to see you again.